now going to start talking about, how can you, in this new world, develop relationships with people other than having them in your store or, playing golf with them or touching them, feeling them, and hanging out with them. Because the relationship world has changed. And, it's not new. I mean, we've had Tinder around for a while, right? We've had Facebook around for a while. We had all these other ways that people communicate. But now this has emerged much bigger than just some social tweeting and stuff. Now we're in a world of diamonds and jewelry, and we're thinking, okay, what are we going to do there that's going to enable us to develop human relations? And I'll tell you why that's so important later. So Tracey and Joshua, can you guys take it away? I'll try to drink a little water so my voice clears up. So Joshua, will you take care of Tracey now and get her up here?
Yeah, okay. Tracey, you can start presenting. Start sharing your screen.
Okay, great. So you need to give me permission to share video screening.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
You're doing it right away.
Great.
Technology is great. It's wonderful. But you need to have patience. You need to have patience. They did practice. Oh, below and behold, Tracey. You want to bring the screen a little bit down, Tracey, so you can get more. There you go. Oh, not so far down. That's it. You're great. You're wonderful.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Fire away, Tracey.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you, Martin, for that lovely introduction. Thank you for having me this morning, and very big welcome to everybody from all over the world who has joined us here today. I'm going to share out my screen. As Martin said, technology is wonderful, so just let's hope that it works. Give me one moment. All right. Are you seeing? Yeah? You seeing it?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Okay. Let's make that a little bit bigger.
There you go.
There we go. Close down that box. Alrighty, so I'm going to be talking to you today a little bit about social media and how we, in our particular business, diamonds, jewelry, finished pieces, rough stones, cut stones, how we can use digital platforms to make sure that we are engaging and interacting with potential customers in a human way. So that's what we're going to be doing. Little bit before I really dive into it about who I am, who is the Diamonds Girl. So I began as a totally unknown entity. I didn't have a name in the jewelry business. I don't have a qualification. I'm the first to admit it. I'm passionate about diamonds, passionate about gems, passionate about jewelry, but certainly an unknown. And I would walk into jewelry boutiques. I would walk into a Graf or Bulgaria and say, I love that. Can I see it? Can I photograph it? And they would look at me as though I was absolutely crazy. Not a hope in hell would they let me touch their stones. All of this was very new. We're talking 7 years ago. It was a very new medium. I didn't have a location or a store or a brand. It wasn't like people were walking in and I was having the chance to introduce myself and to get to know them. In fact, when I began my digital platform, the only part of me that I would share was my back. I mean, it's almost pretty rude if you think about it, but it became my shtick. It became my thing. And through that, people learned. They learned that I've got a dog called Yoshi. They learned I've got 2 beautiful boys. They knew where I was in the world, whether I was in Cape Town, whether I was in Bahrain, whether I was in Miami. They started feeling a sense of knowing me. Hold on one moment. I'm just going to move that block a little bit. And the more they got to know me, the more they started trusting me. The more they were engaging with me, the more they felt that I was a point of reference that they could turn to with questions about jewelry, about diamonds, and they felt confident that I would give them a response that they could trust. Remember, we may be in a digital era, and we are. I truly believe that we have moved as a world. We've shifted towards a digital era. I think once coronavirus, please God, we'll have a vaccine soon. Even after that, I still don't think business is ever going to go back to the way it was before. So we're in a whole new environment, and we're all finding our feet and learning how to work in it. It's not the same. We don't have people walking into our boutiques and we're able to look at them and say, we like the shirt that they're wearing. Their daughter looks so cute. We're not able to build a rapport in person. We have to be able to do it online. Yet, people buy from people they know. So how do we figure out how to get them to know us on a digital platform? How do we humanize the whole online shopping experience? I'm going to share with you one thing I did. 2019 was a particularly tough year for me. Today, 4th of June, 1 year ago, my mom passed away. I was in Las Vegas at the time at the show, as I'm sure were all of you who are listening. We were all there. Most likely we'd be sitting listening to Martin's wonderful address. And I got a phone call that I needed to get home to South Africa very quickly. Jumped on a plane, flew to New York, had to get back to Miami to pick up a passport, to Istanbul, to catch a flight from there to Cape Town. And as I was boarding, my sister called and told me that my mom had died. Fast forward 3 months, I'm sitting in Bahrain, and I get a phone call that my father-in-law has taken a turn for the worst. Again, drop everything, run to the airport, rush back to South Africa, and my father-in-law passed away an hour later. I realized that my followers, the people that I was so used to engaging with every day on my social media platform, could sense a difference, and I wanted to address them. So at the end of the year last year, I made a video. I spoke about the really rough year that I'd had. Keep in mind, at that time, no one knew what 2020 was going to bring. Okay, if we only knew what was lying ahead. Well, we didn't. We don't have a crystal ball. But I knew that I had to reach out to my followers, and I had to explain to them why for the past 6 months, I hadn't been replying to their messages. I hadn't been replying to their comments. And I addressed them all. I spoke about the year that I'd had. I made a video, I sat down, I spoke to them, and the response that I had from them, the comments that I got were just overwhelming. I'm not going to show the video right now, but I just want to give you an indication. I received so many hundreds of comments of support that it went such a long way to my followers really understanding what I've been through and relating to me as a person. Now, I'm not saying that you all need to go online and create videos about your personal lives, but I am saying that you need to share something about yourself if you want to earn the trust and if you want to earn the business of people. I've got some people up here on the left. I haven't asked for their permission. I'll apologize afterwards if need be. They are all in our industry and they are all online. You know, we've got Ori Vechla over here on the left holding a birthday cake. It was his birthday. We've got Stephanie Gottlieb. She's built such a name for herself in New York. We're seeing her holding her son. She's currently pregnant. We see her bump growing every day online on her page, as well as seeing the most beautiful diamond rings. Yeah, we've got 3 generations of Goldberg women. We know William Goldberg's an icon in our industry. But the brand showed us something beyond just their beautiful Ashoka cut diamonds. We've got Bruno Scarselli down below. We've got Jeff Levkoff, another New York jeweler. We've got Sam from LA. Looks like he could be modeling if he wasn't selling diamonds. Hey, Sam. You know, these people have succeeded in showing a piece of themselves to the audience. And I truly believe, without any doubt, that it has contributed to their success and to the online sales that they are making. So you need to figure out, who are you? What is your image? And when I say you, I'm not talking about you personally. It could be your brand, it could be your business, it could be your product, but there has to be a personal component. Why? Because what we do is emotional. When people are buying a diamond, if people are buying a gift, and now more than ever, for all the reasons that Martin spoke about, the economic hardships that people are going through, the rising unemployment, for all of those reasons, when people invest in jewelry, in a diamond, they want to feel that you are as invested in that purchase as they are. They want to believe, and they have to believe, and they need to believe, and it should be so, that they can trust you, that you're being transparent, and that you have made a human connection with them. You know, I always say, and what we do, it's not a catalog, guys. We don't have shoes. We don't have the Nike sneakers. We don't have makeup. You know, we don't have trendy clothes. It's completely different. It's a product that brings such an emotion attached to it every single time, whether it's a diamond that belonged to a parent or grandparent and it's being reset and you're trusting the jeweler to do it for you. Whatever it is that you're doing, there has to be an emotional connection with your customers if your business is going to survive, if it's going to not just survive, but thrive. And ultimately, that's what we all want. And yes, as Martin pointed out, you know, we've been through good times as an industry, we've been through bad. The world itself is in a particularly difficult place right now. But now more than ever, people want to feel that they can connect. People want to feel that they can relate. They don't just want to know of you, they want to know you. Social media is an amazing way for you to really make sure that people are aware of your brand, that they're conscious of it, that they know about you as a jeweler, as a seller, as a merchant. But if they don't know you yourself, if they don't feel a connection to you personally, they'll buy from the next. It's a very, very low cost medium for people to get in to a digital environment. Let's face it. It's not like a brick and mortar environment where you have to build a boutique and build it out and have shop fittings and be invested. It's pretty easy to set up an online account, whether it's on Facebook or on Instagram. And that means it's very, very competitive. And if you can't figure out how to differentiate yourself from the competition, from the next person, I don't believe that your business is going to be able to thrive in this new digital era. So I urge you, I ask you, you know, to really think about how you can humanize this digital transaction that you're doing. How you can create an online personality that's unique to you. How you can shift from being an online presence to a living, breathing, emotional presence that people trust, that people are confident to buy from, even though they have never met you and in all likelihood never will meet you. So that's really, you know, my message to you today. It's to say, you know, take a step back. We have the luxury of time right now because of the place that the world is in. Think about how you can take your digital presence, how you can flesh it out to make it human. If you want to know more, you know, we've got a limited time frame today. Please email info@rapaport.com. And we can certainly, you know, move towards setting up additional seminars, helping you in different ways, sharing more information with you. Either way, I think it's a critical factor for success in the future. And that's it from me, Martin.
Thank you so much. It's just, look, you know, what you're saying is so important because, you know, God comes along and says, you can't touch anybody. You can't shake anyone's hand. You can't hug anybody. And you can't really have a relationship with anybody. Yeah. But here's this digital stuff. Yeah. And so I think the challenge that we're hearing from Tracey, which is, and it's a challenge I'm going to tell you about. And Tracey's been able to get all those thousands of people. How do you humanize and create a interactive human relationship using the social media and the internet and the digital tools that are available today? Because underneath all the technology, we're humans. And the need for human connectivity is fundamental to the survival of so many people in our business. Because if it's all just going to go Amazon, if it's all just going to go FedEx, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute, how are we going to survive? Or maybe this won't survive. So I'm going to move on from here. Tracey, thank you very much. And I think your point in how to do it, and people, as you get more involved and you get more invested in this concept of humanizing your digital presence, being you, being really you online, people will know you. And look, imagine it this way. Let's say you're a jeweler and you got 2,000 friends in a village, a town. And these 2,000 guys, they're your customers. Coronavirus, they're not coming to your store, not visiting with you. How are you going to maintain those 2,000 relationships? And that's what you need to think about. Because, yeah, you already have them. That's it. Okay, but you think that I'm going to get people from China to buy diamonds? Okay, we do that sometimes, but how are you going to take care of your friends? You know, this one is a birthday, that one is an anniversary, this one is a sweet 16. You got to be able to build your you-ness, and you already have it. They know you. They like you. You already have these customers. So one way is to save your existing relationships, and it's very important to do that and to think about the ways that you could do that. And I guess Tracey's here. If you have these kinds of questions, come and let us know.